Well, good morning, Stacy and Keith. We're just doing a little test on the Florida Trail, which is behind us, you can see. And we're just doing about 3 miles, maybe 3.2 miles. Dropped off the car at one location, dropped off the van at another location. So we're just going to make this just a little test on our going through a really cool area of the Florida Trail. I've walked this before. It was all swampy and it was a real test. It was raining. It was cool. But it should be nice today, and we're just going to give it a shot. We're going to see the furthest east waterfall in the United States, and that sounds more impressive than what it really is. But in 2 weeks, we're going to see the largest waterfall east of the Mississippi, up in Georgia, because we're going to do a motorcycle trip, and then we're going to see Amicalola Falls and approach the Appalachian Trail Approach Trail, which is about 8.5 miles, and actually go 1 mile on the Appalachian Trail, and we'll do a video on that too. So Stacy and Keith out. All right, so we're walking in the Florida Trail, just started in, and nice and dry. And we're going to come down here a little bit. We're going to come into a real swampy area that was all swamped out. Now we're going to have all the cobwebs because we're the first ones through. So I guess I'm getting the cobwebs, right, honey?
Yes. That's why you're first.
I'm first. Beautiful. It's nice and cool.
Lots of pine cones.
Pine cones. Stacy likes her pine cones. All right, so I'll stop this and we'll get it in just a second. Come back on. Well, this is the Wiley Walkway. This is what we wanted to show you. This is the beginning of a nice swampy area. And the guys that take care of this trail do an awesome job on the Florida Trail. Huh? Volunteers, yeah, all volunteers, and they come out here with their, they pay for it, I guess. There's some kind of fund someplace. But it's real mucky down there. Definitely don't want to drop the phone. It's a swampy area. And down here further, when I walked it the first time, this wood bridge ended and I had to ford the muck. It was my first real challenge hiking, and I did it. It was cool. So as long as this wood bridge holds, we're in good shape. But they came back in and they put in some really great footboards down here further where it was where I had to ford the swamp, and just really made it. See, this is all new here that they just put in. You have to be careful with your steps here because it could be a little wet. Okay, that's it for right now. There's my lady walking. And this was the area that was all swamped. I don't know how well you can see it. It was all swamped and everything. Let me turn the camera. I was supposed to do it the right way. Really messed that up. Wasn't even thinking. Sorry. And this is where they just put that new walkway in. And the Florida Trail uses the orange blaze. Like the Appalachian Trail is a white blaze. This is an orange blaze, and we'll get a shot of one of them in just a second. And now we're back at all this stuff and nice and high and dry for the rest of the short walk we're doing today. So here we're getting into the woods now, and you'll see an orange blaze. This is our first orange blaze that we've seen. Actually 2 of them, there's one there. And this is the Florida Trail, and this goes from the Panhandle, way up in the Panhandle of Florida, all the way to Key West. And this is a good shot of the trail. I expect it to be kind of overgrowth. We get a little further in, it's going to be a little bit more overgrowth. But this is absolutely beautiful in here, nice and cool. Actually, it's a little warmer than cool, I think. But this is nice, level, and easy, and good trail. You see the orange blaze there on the tree. Do have to keep your eyes out for snakes, because I have seen snakes on here. There's Wells alligator. Big ol', I don't know, at least 10 foot, maybe even 12 foot gator in the river up here. We're not going to go to the river. We'll hear it, but we won't actually go by the river. But that's always a challenge. All right, next stop, the waterfall. This is it, Booney Falls, the southernmost on the Florida Trail. Oh, I guess it's the Florida Trail, not the East Coast, sorry. And this is the whopping, huge southernmost on the Florida Trail. That's it. What's that, maybe 5 feet, 6 feet at the most? It was coming over a lot harder the last time, but that's because there was a lot of rain. And we've already had one major thing happen. We've just, Stacy hit a branch with her sunglasses and lost the lens. And it went down into the muck, and we're not going to go get it. So anyway, yeah, it was a nice sign. They put up new signs. They weren't here last time I was here, which was only a couple months ago. Booney Falls, southernmost on the FT. So, cool. And yeah, away we go. So, what? Yeah, just go ahead and hit it. I'll go have it. Stacy's in front of me now because I wanted to get a shot of just what it looks like when you're walking and behind. And so she's trailblazing right now. She's the point, as they say. And it's real nice and bright in here, so I figure it'd be a good place to tape, although we go a half a mile an hour because she stops for every pine cone and flower and cobweb. So you can see what we're going through. Anyway, it's pretty cool. A lot of guys, they'll put their cameras up on trekking poles, like a big selfie stick. It works awesome. When I do the AT, I'll do the same thing, and that'll be cool. But we're in the thick forest here. Good thing we came early because it's kind of warm. How you doing, honey? Okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah? Doing good? Doing well? As long as we keep seeing orange blazes, we're fine. Well, we couldn't move fast enough. Big old gator. We saw him come off the bank across the river, and he swam over toward to where we are, but he's under the water. We don't see him now. We saw him twice. I'd say he's about 6 to 8 foot. Maybe down here a little further. We'll see him. Cool stuff, honey?
Yes.
So, we're still walking alongside the river a little bit, but no shots of the gator. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of dense. The river's right over in there. It's pretty hard to see all the underbrush. Here's a little opening here. Maybe we'll see something here. You want to go down there, hon?
Yes.
You do? Okay. So we're going to walk down. Watch yourself. And just maybe we'll see something down here. Could be, but just watch where you are, because he's right around here somewhere. He was right back in here, so he's not far away. I'm looking up, I don't see anything. Beautiful, isn't it? We'll turn it back on if we see anything. So we're in this nice wide open area of the river, and all of a sudden, right down below this tree a little bit, was like a major interaction in the water. And I thought there was a little bird like sitting on the water, and it might have been a gator that decided he was hungry and came up, because it was like pretty big, wasn't it, hon? Pretty big splash and everything else.
Yeah, the sound.
The sound, yeah, it sounded like a guy did a cannonball off the... So I don't know exactly what happened there. We were looking at something else right off to the left. But this is the Econolochatchee River. And there's just trails in the Econ Forest area. And it's just absolutely beautiful here. And you just don't realize that it's 2 minutes from a major little area of Oviedo. And it's just Acres and acres and acres. I love it here. So we are finishing up our walk. It's about 3 miles. It took us an hour and a half. We stopped along the way, saw some sights, and we're coming out of the woods now to where we parked one of our vehicles. And coming right out, just a nice little morning hike. And saw one little snake, saw one big ass gator, and now we're hopefully, if our car's here, we don't have a 5-mile hike back home. So I can't see a thing on my phone right now, so I assume it's taping. Anyway, we're done. I'm going to try and edit this real fast and put it up on YouTube. It's fun, wasn't it? Gosh. Okay, so Stacy and Keith out. I can't see the